Wake Up New Zealand, Carol Sakey here. Today I'd like to talk about the role of legalised abortion and global depopulation. And we're talking UN, of course, as we always do. The UN, the corrupt UN, the cruel UN, who have their own global agendas. So the role of legalised abortion in global depopulation is to reduce the world's growth rates. Through globally introducing legalised abortion, the UN has forcibly been pushing countries, many countries, into legalised abortion legislation. It's been happening for decades and it's nothing new. Data shows that high death rates of infants and children can moderate population growth, but its most undesirable way of doing that is not a desirable solution. Widespread legalised abortion is. The UN states that deteriorating social, economic and political stability, the loss of personal and national security, we must ensure that safe abortion is made available to all who wish to use this service. Stuff out life on request, and it doesn't matter what age. It could be a girl of 13, 14, 15. It doesn't matter which age, and she doesn't need parental consent either. The UN states that population control is an important part of depopulation. They say that it's important that we don't neglect legalised abortion. Now we're talking population growth down to less than 1%. The UN states this cannot happen without widespread abortion. They're stating generally at a rate higher than 500 abortions per 1,000 live births. A high rate of abortion. Generally 201 to 500 or more abortions per 1,000 live births. The data of this report suggests that actually alternatives are high death rates of infants and children or widespread use of contraception and abortion. Now that's from the National Library of Medicine, United States. So then we go on to the efforts and demands of feminism. Okay, the assimilation of female identity with public male identity argue that women's traditional roles and activities are highly oppressive. Well, I raised 4 children and I didn't find that oppressive at all. I like being at home with my kids and I'm proud of that. Oppress wouldn't even be in my vocabulary. So what I've got out of that are blessings. I have grandchildren, great-grandchildren delivered into this world. So why would I be oppressed? The radicalised feminists are right behind legalising abortion. Women are now regulated to a female role of superiority. So it's not women themselves, it's like this superiority to choose to stuff out life on request as you feel like it. It just doesn't sound right. It's crazy, it's cruel, and there's nothing about the unborn life waiting to be born, a baby waiting to be born. That baby has no rights to come into this world. Yet you can have someone who is sentenced to jail for killing people, 3 or 4 people, 2 people, 1 person, who cares? But you know, they have a right to live, but an unborn child does not. Somehow that sounds pretty bloody reckless to me. It sounds criminal. So the radicalised feminists are right behind legalising abortion. Women are now relegated to a female role of superiority. Men are definitely being deemed worthless as women become more superior. Everything, the family courts, economy, community is geared to women. Time for men to stand up for their human rights. After all, look at the high rates of males who are suiciding every year. We really need to think about these males. It's bloody shameful. So a sense of supremacy is hard to control, and we're living in a world of female supremacy. Never mind white supremacy, we're talking female supremacy. Despite a rise in female employment and a decline in family stability, there's still a great many women who spend their married lives even carry on with jobs. They have to have jobs because of the high cost of living. They still love this time of looking after family in the family role. So these women are still there. They enjoy being with their family, love being with their family. They're not thinking about being feminists who don't want children. And I'm not saying that people are feminists because they don't want children. I'm just saying that the way feminists are, that children come second. And they're deemed worthless. To be able to stuff out life on request and to go along with that. So there's still a great many women there who love just bringing up children. Then they see the blessings in that. These feminists today show up in the heat of political debates. Haven't you just seen them? So they switch back and forth between two kinds of feminism to defend the absolute right to abortion. They use persuasive techniques, not logic. The argument to legalise abortion is rooted in liberal affirmation. One activist put it this way: we can have all the rights in the world, and none of them means a doggone thing if we don't own the flesh we stand in. Of course, this is all about dehumanising the fetus, the unborn, as a human being, because that fits well with legalised abortion and global depopulation, UN style. This is about denying the unborn human being humanity. This is crazy. Teenagers not needing parental permission to go to have an abortion, yet they need permission to go on a school trip. I ask you, abortion, this tramples on the integrity of families. The UN Planned Parenthood think that it's all okay because counselling will be available. So that makes it all kosher because you can get counselling. This is bloody outrageous. And Planned Parenthood is the arm of the UN. World Vision, World Health, all part of the UN. UNICEF, all part of the UN. Infanticide is not considered murder by the UN. No, kill a baby, that's not considered murder. Any more than abortion is considered murder by globalists today. We are deemed responsible morally, ethically, in every way for our children's needs, for their health. Yet politicians can take it all away by denying parents the rights on their children's undergoing an abortion. They want it both ways. Politicians who have no moral understandings, just political decisions by UN puppets to achieve global depopulation. And they are deliberately doing this to appease the United Nations. We're talking giving females, whatever age, permission to stuff out life on request. So what we've got now is the morality of female moral reasoning has turned to feminist superiority. So there you have it. Much talk about legalised abortion and now sex preference in legalised abortion. Okay, so what if sex preference is favoured for the male babies? by sanctioning legalised abortion. So say females want more male babies. Well, that could really backfire on feminists, couldn't it? Because that would mean that fewer females would be born. Then we could watch feminism collide with itself. Now that would be really interesting. Now that's a different take on things. So wake up, New Zealand. Think of the unborn. The unborn has no rights. Any female can just stuff out life on request. Wake up, New Zealand. Thank you.